Hey guys, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to do the recap. This is the end of the day. I traded in the morning. I wake up late a little bit, unfortunately. I'm actually sleeping at the office because I have some family friend. My aunts are visiting from California, so my apartment is completely full, and I'm sleeping at the office just for a couple of nights. It's a weird situation. So I missed the big trading day right on AMD, and I saw that AMD is really, 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 really selling off. And I decided to, by the time that I came behind my station, it was 9:45. I really didn't see any trading opportunity for opening range breakup. Well, what I did was a reversal opportunity, and I said, okay, is AMD selling off? I went to the daily chart, quickly see what's the next level on the daily chart. We had this 92.95, which was the high of the low of March 20th, and I said that that's a potential bounce, and after that is going to go to the moving average, which is around 91. So what happened was, this huge sell-off that we went there on AMD, and I went long at 92.95 all the way up to 94.40. That was a very, very, very nice bounce that I got. And again, when I looked at it during the day, what happened was that, and after that I actually came down below, and I got out of it at 93.50. So what happened was that actually came and tested this 92.95 and bounced back. Another trade that I did was actually in this drop I added more because I was expecting after this drop is going to bounce back. I added more hoping to go back higher, but I got out of it just essentially didn't really want to risk anything else. So that was one trade. I did another trade on that. So that's one trade, and I did an options trade on that as well. So I'm bringing the options chart as well. So essentially I sold puts at 92 for the end of this week. That's also another way of doing it. I sold the puts at 160, and I covered all the way up to $1 for 60% profit on that. So that's also something that you can do as a day trader. You can trade options like a 0 day to expiry or very close to expiry for puts and calls. So essentially it would be 160 on that, and I really covered everything at around 1045. But as you see here, actually wound down all the way up to 84 because AMD seemed that is very strong. So that was my trading day. There was a couple of things that I wanted to actually show you. There was a couple of questions that came in, and I want to show that to people. I sent it to Santiago. So that's the daily level that during the day. So I went to a daily chart. I looked at 92.95, and that's exactly I put the level here, and as you see, beautiful bounce from that. And the next one was 91. And another thing is that the Bookmap, some people are using Bookmap, and on the Bookmap they realize that at around 90 level here, around this level, there's very significant amount of 92, there's a significant amount of level 2 activity around that area here. So that was another reason for the bounce. I don't use Bootcamp, but that's one thing. And another question is that do you focus mainly on the 5-minute chart to take a trade or the 1-minute chart? That's a question that I want to address. So I think every trader needs at least 2 time frame. The bigger time frame is more strategic decision, so if you want to see what's going on, and the smaller time frame is more tactical. So exactly time your entry and exits on the 1 minute. For me, 5 minutes is very, very important to understand where it is. For example, on the AMD chart here on a 5 minute, I was looking at it when it took the bounce. When the 5 minute candlestick actually did a doji, that would have been a really good entry. So I took that trade a little bit before this candlestick closes, but it would have been very, very nice to see this doji would be a potential for a trade that starts from here. So essentially you can go long here, put a stop loss below low of the day, and you see this beautiful higher high and higher lows. So a 5-minute candlestick, it gives you the more overall, strategy of the decision making, and then 1 minute chart or a smaller time frame is actually giving you very exact, the exact trading. And that's turned out to be a really, really good day. I sold everything, all of my position except the JP that I have. So I have a lot of JP sitting on that. I'm collecting 12% monthly interest income generating on that, and everything else is just sitting here. And that was a very, very nice trading on AMD, selling puts, and also going long on the shares. So Brian, how was your trading day?
No, it was good. I didn't sleep in. I was at the open, and Baba had given us some good opportunities right at the open. The news came out. He was trading on news, which is always good. to trade at the open. And I'll just add to your time frame comment as well. It really, part of it depends on when you're taking the trade. So at the open, really you don't, you can, I kind of look at, I look at pre-market action. So I'll look, especially on the SPYs and the Q, I'll mark where the high and low of the pre-market was on my charts. But when I'm trading the open, I'm really primarily focusing on, and I use a 2-minute chart. A lot of people use 1 minute. Some people use 2. Personally, I prefer the 2-minute chart. So my primary focus right at the open in those first couple minutes is on the 2-minute chart. So if you're trading more into the trading day, then yes, you should be looking at the longer term charts. At least 2 charts like you mentioned. So anyway, getting back to my trade on Baba. Baba, was trading on news. They're splitting the company into 6 different divisions, apparently, because they really are trading at a discount to the market right now, just the China risk factor. So so that gave the stock a big pop. And right at the open, it started to break out. So I took it long just under 96 and partial as it went through 97. And then it really pulled back to the VWAP. And then it started to lose the VWAP. And then I thought, okay, this is probably sell the news. And so I shorted it and got it all the way down to under 93, 92.50, I think was where I covered. I kind of missed the move back up, and I was actually surprised it actually made its way back up to 98. But anyway, that was my main trade. Other than that, I just Tesla was weak at the open, so took a short on that one at one point and covered. So, but Tesla always has a way of finding its footing and coming back, with so many retail traders trading this stock. So you always have to be a little careful about finding it where it'll reverse on a downtrend. So. Yeah, so that was my day, and turned out pretty good. So
yeah, that was an amazing trading day. So we just had an interview with John Carter. He's a really great options trader. It was amazing. Ardi and I had that conversation, and we're gonna publish that. And I hope that you guys enjoy that. If you have any question, leave it in the comment. And I think from now on, we want to put the recaps on a second channel. So we want to have a different channel for the recaps. Make sure to subscribe to that channel. We appreciate that, and see how it goes. And we keep the main channel for the better contents and education and high quality videos that we are making. Thanks for your support, guys.
Maybe mention where people can find the interview you just did.
We haven't published it yet, but I'm going to send a newsletter and announce it in the chat. We just recorded that, do the editing probably in the next few days. We publish that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate that. And tonight is Paris webinar on time and sales and reading the order flow and the order book. So it's going to be an amazing webinar. I hope that, looking forward to see traders at 8 p.m. Thank you so much. Sorry for the late recap, guys. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.